Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Sean with Blue Ridge Silverhound. I am happy to be with you today. Thank you for taking time out of your day to explore the next mission in coin collecting. And specifically, I wanted to talk about a request from another patron. She had asked me, Blue Ridge, what do you say, buddy? What can I find in change today that will make me a lot of money and I don't have to send it out for grading? And hypothetically, what if I didn't have a magnifier? What is the most identifiable error that I could find today that would trip up a lot of people into believing that maybe it's a damaged coin? And I'm like, it's real simple. Die break cud errors. All right, so these are probably some of the most amazing errors you will find on newer coins. What I have for you today is a marvelous slideshow of 20 coins, no older than 1975. And we actually have a few coins on the list that are probably 2 or 3 years old that'll just knock your socks off. Each one of these coins sells for a minimum of about $10, and quite a few of them sell in that $10 to $100 range. And then there are a few of them that sell for many hundreds of dollars, and you'll see why here as we go through this slideshow. But just to recap, a die break that is on the rim, what they call a cud, is just a big old void. That is a result of some premature, destructive areas on the die that had fallen off. And a die is on its last legs when big old hunks and chunks of the die fall off. And when these coins are struck, wherever that missing piece is will show up as a blob on the coin. All right, some would say, well, I just throw some solder on there and be good. Well, there's a distinct difference of just putting on some solder on a coin, between what an actual void, a die break, is. Generally, with a die break, you'll also have weakness on the opposite side of the coin adjacent to where the die break cud is. So keep that in mind as you're searching through these. You are going to see a little bit of a weakness on the reverse side of the coin to where the cud is. So how about we go ahead and jump into it? And the way this is going to work is I'm going to go through all 20 coins. I'm going to tell you exactly what the date, denomination, the type of coin it is, and just show you where the cud is. There are some that are pretty small, so you're going to have to use a little bit of, the squinty eyes method of trying to identify where that cud is. But this is going to be kind of a learning tool for a lot of you. In addition, it'll show you which particular dates and mint marks are going to be kind of like your hit areas, so to speak, when you're going through your change. Again, these are vastly overlooked, but they're some of the most valuable errors that you could find in change today. So the first coin I wanted to talk about is going to be a 2005 Oregon state quarter. Now, when I don't say the mint mark, usually it's going to be a Philadelphia minted coin. So this is a 2005 P. This one right here, you can see that there is a cud on the reverse at the 9 o'clock position of the coin. All right, so that's how it's going to work. That's how I'm going to do it for the duration of the video. So the next one we have here is a 1976 D. It's a Denver coin, Lincoln cent. This one has a distinctive cud on the obverse, which is the front of the coin, at the 9 o'clock position right there. All right, and just to let you guys know, cuds only affect the rim area. So if there's a big old blob and it's attached to the rim and it goes out from there, that's how you know you have one of these. If it's like a die chip that's in the middle of the coin, okay, it's simply a die chip or an interior die break. All right, those are less desirable, but are still worth something. So be sure you pull those out as well. All right, so the next one that we have here is going to be a 1982 Lincoln cent. All right, this one has that pretty noticeable die break on the obverse between the 11 to 1 o'clock position at the top of the coin. Really nice die break here. Keep an eye out for something like this. All right, so the next one that we have is going to be a 1983P Jefferson nickel. This one has an obverse cud from 12 to 1 o'clock on the front of the coin. First Jefferson nickel on the list. All right, you're going to see probably one of each denomination on here. At the very least, you'll see that. All right, so the next one that we have here for you is going to be a 1996P Lincoln Memorial Cent. All right, this one right here, we come across these all day long, right? But how many of them do you come across with this kind of die break action? It's on the obverse of the coin around 4 or 5 o'clock, all right, on the obverse. So keep an eye out for something like this. And if you guys need it, cudsoncoins.com is the best resource for all of these cud die breaks. They have them all listed with reference photos. It's a great tool. Make sure you bookmark it on your computer or smartphone device. Okay, the next one that we have here, this one's pretty insane. I've seen these quite a few times and they pop up pretty frequently and they are still worth a lot of money. This is a no date Washington quarter. Obviously there's no date because there's a big old huge honking die cut that covers all of the date and it goes into the bust of George Washington. This one right here typically sells for 75 to 100 bucks. Pretty nice here. So we got that one. The next coin on the list, this is the oldest coin on the list. Nothing older than 75. This is a 1975 Lincoln Memorial Cent. Here you will find a pretty sizable obverse cud between the 8 and 10 o'clock position on the front of the coin. Again, coins like this sell for a lot of money. I've seen these sell for $100, $200 to $300. Of course, the higher graded coins sell for a lot more money than some that are a little bit lower grade, but they all sell really well and for a lot of money. Make sure you don't overlook these. Alright, so this is one of the newer coins on the list. It's a 2018P. It's a Philadelphia minted Voyagers National Park quarter. This one has an obverse rim cud. Now, a rim cud means it's only on the rim and it doesn't impede into the actual design of the coin. These are probably the lowest value coins that you'll find on the list. This one has the obverse rim cud around the 3 o'clock position of the coin. You'll see it there just to the right. These are your $8 to $10 value coins. Considering that on newer coins it's tougher to find errors just because the manufacture of these coins is a lot more advanced than it used to be. You know, we got to keep in mind that even errors still exist on these newer coins as well. The next one that we have here is one that comes up quite often, and it's a 2006 Colorado State quarter. This one exhibits a really nice reverse cud at the 3 o'clock position. So take a look at the design of this Colorado quarter and you'll see that blob there on the right hand side. Pretty nice example. Keep an eye out for this one as well. So the next one that we have here is another state quarter, another one of my favorites. I've actually owned a few of these in my lifetime. It's a 2001P Philadelphia Rhode Island State quarter. This one exhibits a reverse die cut at the 9 o'clock position. This one just so happens to be graded as well. I will say this, you don't need to grade these to sell them. They sell all on their own. They're very identifiable to the people that want them. Okay, generally this is going to be a error collector's kind of target when it comes to, you know, popularity and just being able to buy something that they know they could sell later on if they want to move on from their collection and still make the same amount of money. So that's the Rhode Island State quarter for you. Now this is the first one that I have shown you guys of, but we have our very first Susan B. Anthony. This one is the 1979D. Pretty cool. This one again also exhibits a rim cud that's on the obverse of the coin at the 2 o'clock position. So this one has a unique rim that has, it's multi-sided almost, while the outside edge is still round. That's just part of the design. But you can see that blob covering up one of those areas there at the 2 o'clock position. So keep an eye out for these as well. The next one that we have here is a cool one, actually. Bicentennial Quarter, 1976. One of my perennial favorite kind of modern dates of coins, because this was truly preceding the state quarter program, for over 20 years, and this has been the coin that everybody enjoyed looking for, even to this day. This one exhibits a reverse die cut at the 10 o'clock position of that particular side. Pretty cool, I like it. And the next one we have here, we have a really attractive no date Lincoln cent. This one has a nice sized obverse cut at the 4 to 5 o'clock position of the coin. All right, keep in mind this is the real thing, and something like this generally sells for 50 to 100 bucks. That's money in the bank, folks. That's like a tank of gas and then some. Okay, so what else do we have here? We have a 1990 Lincoln Memorial cent. This is a relatively attractive cut. You don't want to forego something like this. Some would say, yeah, that's a damaged coin. No, it's not. This one has an obverse die break at the 4 o'clock position of the coin. All right, so I hope you guys are enjoying the video so far. We have about 7 or 8 left. And then coming up here, we have another Cumberland Island. This one's a little bit different of a cut, and it's 2018 P Philadelphia coin. This one has an obverse cut between the 5 and 6 o'clock position of the coin. A nice long, thin rim cut in comparison to the other Cumberland Island coin, which had a little bit smaller rim cut. This one's pretty cool. All right, keep an eye out for this. And by the way, a lot of these are visible with the naked eye. All right, so you don't have to look too hard at these to know what they are. Of course, it always helps to have a magnifier. It is what it is. It's a coin collector's #1 tool in their toolbox. All right, so what do we have here? We have a Jefferson nickel, 1972 D. This one has a cute little petite cut on there at the obverse 9 o'clock position of the coin. Again, keep an eye out for something like this. Very sought after in the error community. And you'd be surprised that coins that look like this sell for like 20, 30, 40 bucks. Yeah, you're not dreaming. That is a true reality right there for you. We have another Lincoln cent. It's a 1989 P Lincoln Memorial. This one exhibits a really nice sized obverse die cut between the 3 and 6 position, 3 o'clock position, 3 o'clock to 6 o'clock position on the coin. This is a really attractive coin right here. For what it is, and again, this is like a $75 to $100 coin all day long. Hopefully you guys aren't experiencing too much shock over the prices of some of these, but just go online, check out eBay completed sales, and you'll see exactly what these are selling for. It's a tremendous amount of money at the end of the day. Okay, so we have another Lincoln Memorial cent. This one is the 1990 D. All right, so we have a nice healthy mix of both Philadelphia and Denver minted coins on the list. The high quality Denver mint is not immune to US Mint errors. Okay, so this one right here is a nice sized obverse die cut between the 9 and 11 o'clock position of the front of the coin. All right, pretty nice. All right, and then what we have next here, this one is the beast of it all. All right, it's a no date Roosevelt dime. It's the only dime on the list, but I wanted to kind of like really shock you guys with how crazy these things can get. Can you imagine this thing being struck and then half of the die just falling off, and it subsequently shoots out another, I don't know, 50 to 100 coins with that before anyone ever figures out that half of the freaking die is missing from the press. But this one right here has an obvious 50% cut die break. It's so remarkable. If you take a close look, it didn't even strike in the reeded edge on half of the coin. because of how much dye was missing. So it didn't have the opportunity to flow the coin out to the edge of that collar to strike the reeded edge on this. This is a coin realistically that sells for $500 and up. It's that substantial of a value that people are paying huge, copious amounts of money for coins that look like this. And then finally, the last coin on the list is a 1987p Lincoln Memorial Cent. This one features a really nice obverse cut that's between the 8 and 11 o'clock position of the coin. This is that $1 to $200 coin that you see right here. Okay, very valuable. Like I said, these coins, you would be surprised at how often they get passed up and changed. Just look at the condition of some of these. A lot of them really aren't really anything to write home to mother about. Okay, a lot of them are like XF, AU, they're brown, they're stained, you know. Some of them might exhibit a little bit of damage, like one of the American Beautiful coins. I believe I don't know if it's the Voyagers or the Cumberland Island, where you have the roll damage on the reverse of the coin. But yeah, these coins are all valuable. I probably just talked about a few $1,000s worth of coins on the list. Pretty amazing. So yeah, check out these coins in your search today or tomorrow and beyond. Yeah, you're going to get a huge amount of satisfaction if you find one of these. But I was glad that I was able to discuss CUD die breaks. Again, still a very accessible error to this day for coins from the last 30 to 40 years. Again, surprising amounts of money that these sell for. Well, that's going to conclude it for today. I'm your host, Sean, with Blue Ridge Silverhound. As always, like, share, subscribe, hit the bell for instant notification. And as always, Coinaholics, we are discovering together. Enjoy your hunt today, and I will see you on the next video. Take care.